Hi, my name is Eric Strack. I'm a solutions consultant here at Tradeshift, and today I want to give you a quick update on the upcoming changes for German e-invoicing laws and how Tradeshift is going to help you maintain compliance after those laws come into effect in early 2025. Our first stop today will take a walk through the highlights of the upcoming changes for German e-invoicing compliance laws before hopping into a demonstration so you can visualize exactly what we're talking about, see how invoices will come in, and how you will remain compliant even after these changes are put into place. So, to quickly summarize, the German government has decided to roll out this e-invoicing mandate over the next 4 years. The mandate covers all domestic B2B transactions between companies established in Germany, but note that intracompany transaction and simplified invoices are excluded from this mandate. The mandate is effective in January 2025 when all companies need to be capable to receive e-invoices. Next, the mandate will have two other phases. In January 2027, e-invoicing will become mandatory for companies with annual revenues exceeding 800,000 euros for both inbound and outbound invoicing. Then in January 2028, the mandate extends to all businesses in Germany regardless of their annual turnover. E-invoicing formats must align with the European standard EN 16931, which is the required format for the business-to-government invoices called the Rechnung. Tradeshift's solution will be an inbound connection to an email inbox that supports the required document formats, which means choosing Tradeshift will maintain your compliance in Germany throughout all of these mandates through 2028. And now that you have an understanding of the changes coming down the pipeline there in Germany, let's take a look at Tradeshift and how we're going to help you maintain compliance in Germany throughout this process while offering your suppliers a seamless and easy to use intuitive experience to help them start digitally transacting with you while remaining compliant through all of these mandate changes. Let's take a look. So let's get started by demonstrating how your suppliers will send you compliant e-invoices via email. It's important to note that due to the mandate changes, the emails need to include either an Rechnung or a Siegfried PDF to be compliant moving forward. A few of the format changes that are required in the Rechnung is that it has the 2.2 marking in the XML format, and the Siegfried moving forward will also be standardized and capable of being handled here in Tradeshift. So just to demonstrate, on the left-hand side of the screen, we can see the XML document with the Rechnung 2.2 new format here. We can quickly peruse the XML document, just noticing that it's a pretty standard invoice. Then you can ask your suppliers to start utilizing a new email inbox to send their invoice attachment. Once they're happy with that, they just send it and it will be completely digitized and compliant in Germany moving forward. So now that that supplier has sent the invoice through to a new email inbox, let's switch gears and demonstrate how the buying organization can associate this invoice with a supplier on Tradeshift using the Relationship Manager app. Let's take a look. So here we are in Tradeshift looking through the eyes of someone on your buying organization. The Relationship Manager app will show any invoices that need to be associated with suppliers on the network. The process of associating those invoices is as simple as clicking search, where we can see any of the suggested suppliers. Once we find one, we can then go through the process of associating this invoice with the supplier by selecting criteria from that invoice. In this example, we're choosing the supplier's name and the supplier's country, and the summary will then show us that here we have selected at the bottom the sender's name and sender's country. This will associate this invoice with the supplier on Tradeshift. It can also make sure that any required information for your backend, such as system ID, is here before confirming the connection. This is a process that only has to be done once, and now any invoices sent to that email inbox will automatically associate with the appropriate supplier on Tradeshift. So once that email hits the inbox, the first thing that'll happen is it will be validated against Tradeshift's business firewall. This is a customer-centric, customer-dictated list of rules that will make sure that all required information is included on a document coming into the system before it reaches your back end. For example, if you require a person reference to be on each invoice, if that invoice doesn't have a person reference, it can be automatically sent back or sent to your team for reprocessing. So once that invoice has been subjected to the business firewall rules, we may need to send this back to a supplier to receive more information. So now let's take a look at what a supplier might see when asked to enrich a document in this process. So here we are back in the Tradeshift platform as a supplier. Opening up the task manager will show them any open tasks such as this Scan.io sender enrichment task. Clicking on the task will bring up the Scan.io visualizer where they can see the document on the right-hand side and easily edit on the left-hand side. Here we can see the issue where this supplier needs to add a person reference. The supplier can intuitively navigate on the left-hand side to the additional fields area where they can type in any relevant information that's missing, in this case the person reference. Once they're completed, they can go to the right-hand side and send this invoice back to you with all of the required information. And there you have it. Once that supplier has completed their enrichment process, you're going to receive an invoice that has all of the required information, making sure that you both have all of the business information that you need, as well as maintaining e-invoicing compliance in Germany through 2028. And that's it. Thank you for your time today. I hope you have a better understanding of the German e-invoicing compliance changes and how Tradeshift will help you maintain compliance throughout all of those updates. If you have any questions, you can contact me directly at eric.strack@tradeshift.com. Thank you.